Okay. Madre, ¿cómo lo hizo? It's ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I chose the theme of the describe cultural impact of foreign imports globalization, and because it's an interesting to me this theme. Así que go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Well, a formal definition of globalization could be economic, technological, social, and also cultural process on a planetary scale that consists of the growing communication and interdependence between of different countries of the world. In the 90s, we would not have believed that that there could be a video call or a cell phone call to a country in Europe. But thanks to the information and communication technology that support globalization, this is possible, especially the interaction and integration between people, companies, and governments or different nations. The impact of the economy. Globalization from the beginning affected more strongly in the economic sphere. Since globalizing the economy is one of the most influential aspects in the development of a country. That is, if a country wants to sell goods, services, or products in the international market, will have to subscribe to international treaters of the so-called FTA or free trade agreements. These markets moves around 40% of the global volume of the productions. Impact of the society. The process of the social globalization and its effects also relate to economics, politics, cultures, and others. All of these general and interactions and interdependence between the states of the planet very quickly, causing a global society, but to be violent, which the borders between the international and the national are increasingly small. That's all, teacher. Teacher, hello? Anybody there? Hello?
All right, hello.
Hello?
Are you there? Can you listen to
Yes.
me?
Yes, I can listen.
Excellent. My microphone didn't want to work again. But yes,
Okay.
you know what? That was so interesting. Thank you very much for your presentation. So, what's the opinion of the others? Please tell me, what do you think about this interesting presentation?
I think globalization is a very important movement or a thing that is happening nowadays, and all the communication is helping in the globalization. Nowadays, you can find the same goods and the same brands all around the world. For example, going to McDonald's in Mexico City is the same that going in Europe or in the USA or in South America. That's and the effects of globalization in the ways people live are very notorious because people dress more or less the same, eats more or less the same goods. So I think we cannot live outside the globalization nowadays.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, you're right. Okay, anybody else's opinion?
Well, globalization is it's happening not just with the economy, no? I think that globalization has taken every aspect of our lives. For example, in education, thanks to globalization, nowadays we can be studying courses or we can be taking classes from other parts of the world. So it's not just with the economy, but also with education and with many other aspects around the world.
All right, Javier.
Yeah, did you hear me?
Yes, I listened to you, but suddenly I didn't hear anything, and I thought that you had some problems with your microphone.
Okay, yeah, well, I was saying that globalization has taken every aspect of our lives. So it's not just with the economy, but also I was mentioning that with education, nowadays, thanks to globalization, we can take classes from different parts around the world, no, and being um, in our country, no, without moving to other countries to take classes, no, out of our borders. So it's not just with the economy, but also we have with in other aspects of our lives.
Yes, you're right. Yes, it was a very valuable opinion. I totally agree with you. All right. Anybody else's opinion? All right. So, Jenny, would you like to start with your presentation now?
Yes, teacher.
Excellent.
Mm. I can see. Teacher, I don't know how to put my presentation.
Don't worry, Jenny. You just have to open it into your browser, into your computer, and later on click on Compartir pantalla. It's a function. Excellent. Yes, you got it. Now you are sharing the screen of your computer. You have to click on Compartir pantalla, but click on the presentation you have to show. What we can see now is the screen of your browser. We say you have the MSN, estilo de vida, espectaculares imágenes de faros alrededor del mundo. That's what we can see. Is that the
Teacher,
presentation?
I can explain my team. I have my presentation, but I don't know how to put in the screen. I don't know how to put in the screen.
Okay, so don't worry. What you have to do is click on Compartir pantalla, and there it is going to show you some options. One of the options is the screen of the presentation you have previously prepared. You have to click on the presentation image, and then you will be sharing.
Give me a moment.
It's okay, don't worry.
Can you see, teacher? My presentation?
No, we can see just that you are trying to share a screen. You have just to click on the presentation screen. It is going to appear the option in compartir pantalla, and you will see some of the screens that you have active in your PC.
Mm-hmm.
Just click on the one you want we to see.
Jenny, you must first open your presentation.
Yes, I already opened, but I can't.
Okay. Oh,
Excellent.
that's it.
That's it. Now we can see it.
No.
Now we don't.
Now we do, now we don't.
Yeah, you had already done it.
I no.
No, it's okay. Don't be nervous. Just click on the screen of the presentation. You had done it before. So you are going to talk about laughter. Excellent. Now
Yes.
there it is. Okay. There you are.
Mm. Yes, teacher, I think I did it.
Excellent. Yes, you did it.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, I can listen to you.
Yes, teacher, I'm going to. For me, it's very important that, Laura, I was thinking why the people didn't laugh. I was investigating and I get that laughter is a biological response produced by the body in response to certain stimulus. And that I get there are many benefits of laughter in our health, like it reduces blood pressure, and it's very important because you have later to rejuvenate your skin, it's rejuvenate and release to the endorphins, and it has an analgesic effect. And there is also a therapy called psychotherapeutic technique, and that's all about my topic.
All right. And what do you personally think about it? For you, how important is to laugh?
It's important that sometimes we don't, as a humans, we don't have the time to laugh with other people, and it's important. Sometimes you don't have the time. How do you say reflexionar? To think?
To think or to reflect?
To think in these kind of things.
Yes, well, you mentioned that it has some beneficial effects on health. So
Yes.
how beneficial could it be to be a very cheerful person, maybe?
If you be a cheerful person, you reduce your blood pressure, and it's in your face. How do you say arrugas? They help you with that.
Wrinkles. You say wrinkles.
Yes, thanks. Wrinkles.
But okay, that's pretty good. So tell me, do you laugh very often?
I don't think your question. Can you repeat my question, teacher, please?
Oh yes, of course. Do you often laugh?
Yes.
Yes. Hey, that's nice. And how do you feel?
When I stay with my when I stay with someone I love, I feel very cheerful.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yes, you mentioned also something about the pressure, the blood pressure. So I guess that yes, we had different benefits about it because it helps a lot to our body. Yes, and do anybody want to say anything, any comment? No, nobody? All
No.
right. Well,
Yeah, yeah, I think laugh is very important for the health and also for the spirit.
yes, that's it. That's it. Happiness. I think that happiness is not not only a lifestyle. It is a must. If we don't do anything for being happy, if we don't enjoy our lives, then I don't know what else is worth. What else is the most valuable thing? I don't know. I consider that yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Eh,
and at the end, happiness is a decision because no matter what the life or the things that happen to us, we always have the possibility to learn from the bad things or or just cry about them. So I think happiness and laughing also is a decision.
That's it. That's pretty nice and so wise. All right. Anybody else? No? All right. Jorge, what do you think about it, Sergio?
Well, I agree that in this case, laugh is a good activity, and it has benefits for your health. I'm a happy person, and I'm laughing all the time. I smile a lot. I try not to do that in my classroom because sometimes my students think that I am being sarcastic. So I try not to smile too much in class.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? It is a problem that I also have. Sometimes I try to be serious and I try to be a little strict with my students, but suddenly I begin saying any joke or I begin laughing. And so if I had some discipline, they begin to make a fuss, a mess about everything. And so it is not good for me in my class. But I can't help it. I can't avoid doing that. It's my natural
Yes.
personality. But anyway, all right. Thank you very much. It was pretty interesting. All right. So, Javier, please, could you help us?
Yes. Okay, so, well, what we are going to do, the presentation is going to be interactive. And in order to do it, I'm going to share my screen shortly with you so that you can follow me. We are going to play a game, an online game, yeah? But in order to play it, I need you to use also your cell phones, please.
All right.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. Let me see which one. Um, okay, this one. So, um, now just give me a second. Okay, I need you to go to this URL on your cell phone. Yeah, on your cell phone you have to type in on the address line kahoot.it. Okay, and then on your telephones you are going to open or you're going to have this screen open. Are you following me?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, so as you can see here, it is asking for a PIN number. Yes, so the PIN number you are going to get in there is, okay, just give me a second. We are going to play this one. Okay, this is the PIN number you have to type in, please.
Right, it's
So here you type in this PIN number, please.
Okay.
All right, you're in. It is going to ask you for a name. Write down your name, please.
Yeah.
okay.
Jenny, Lupita, Maggie. We are missing Luis.
And me.
Ethel.
Ethel, Jenny. Okay, Jenny's here. Maggie, Sergio, Lupita, Ethel, and Luis. Are you gonna play? Are you following us?
I can do it.
Can't you?
Kahoot. As a
You just
teacher,
have
as
to
a
type in
student.
this URL, kahoot.it, and then you are going to open this screen on your telephone. But you have to go to the web browser on your telephone, please. Luis, is he there? No. Okay, I can see Luis. Yeah, he's there.
I can put the I can put the pin.
Okay, this is a pin 7438507, and you have to place it here where it says game pin.
Game pin?
Please.
Game pin?
Yeah, when you type in the URL kahoot.it, this is the window that it opens on your telephone. You need to use the web browser of your telephone, and then here you are going to type in the code, this number 7438507.
7438507. Enter. Okay.
And then it is going to ask you to type in for a name. Type in a name.
Okay.
And then you get in. Okay, Ethel, you are already in.
Yes.
Luis? Well, are you there, Luis?
I can write in my phone.
Can you?
I can write in my phone.
How about that? Well, so we are going to start, and I hope that you can follow us. All right, Luis? Well, last week we were talking about using technology in education. And well, this Kahoot is an application that I have been using for some time, almost 3 years in my lessons. And well, my experience with Kahoot has been good. I've been having good results, and students really enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I teach workshops on the use of this application. And well, in this moment, what we are going to do, we are going to experience one activity, one game with this. You are going to have, or you are going to see on the screen, 10 questions, yes? And after the question appears, we are going to have 4 options here on the screen. And what you have to do on your telephones, you have to click on the color that corresponds to the correct answer, yes?
Yes.
As this is a game, after every question, we are going to see a leaderboard, yes, and we are going to see how we are doing. Let's see how this works, and then we can talk a little bit more about this using technology in the classrooms and how this can be used not only with English but with all subjects. All right, so let's start. Remember, the question and the answers appear on the screen, on the computer screen. What you have to do on your telephone, you just have to click on the color that has the correct answer. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah?
it's clear.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. So question number 1. It's known as the rainbow country due to its cultural diversity.
What?
South Africa, Australia, Belize, or USA? You have 10 seconds.
I don't know.
Okay, only 2 people answered. Yeah, one person got it right, another person is not correct, and the others didn't have time to answer. What happens with this activity? Well, each question is just going to give you 10 seconds to send your answer. So you can see the question. Here we have the question. And as I told you, here we have the answers. What you do on your telephone, you just click the color that corresponds to the correct answer. Yes? So next, what we have is the scoreboard. Search, you got 690 points. Lupita, Jenny, Maggie, and Ethel, well, there were no points, all right?
I'm so sorry.
Hey, that's nice.
Remember, this is a competition, and it's 10 questions, yeah? And it's about English-speaking countries, okay? So get ready. Next question. This country's capital city is Belmopan.
Australia, Ireland, Belize. Belmopan, Belize.
Okay, and you see the answer is Belize. 2 people answered correctly. 2 people say Ireland. No, that is not correct. And 1 South Africa. All right. So then we see the scoreboard. Search, first place. Ethel, second. Lupita, Jenny, and Maggie. So let's continue. Question number 3. Its flag is red, white, and blue.
White and blue. It's red, white, and blue. Australia, Scotland.
All right. So the correct answer was Belize. Yeah?
Okay.
So, well, we didn't get a correct answer here. And, well, the scoreboard, no changes. Okay? Question number 4.
The country has 2 Independence Day celebration. Independence Day celebration. This country has no Independence Day celebration. Oh.
Okay, this country has no Independence Day celebration. Great Britain. Remember that Great Britain was a colonizer, yeah? So it colonized almost, well, it had many colonies all around the world. That it was a moment when it was known as the country of the never sleeping sun, something like that. Okay? So, results. Search. Maggie, welcome. Ethel, Lupita, and Jenny. So let's go to the following question. This country celebrates President Day on the 3rd Monday in February.
I don't know. You, sir?
Vaya.
Finally.
Finally, a good one.
Yeah, well.
At least I won't go without points.
Okay. That's good. So, scoreboard. Search, Maggie, Lupita, Ethel, Jenny. We're waiting for your points, Jenny. Next one is yours, Jenny. Okay? Yes. So get ready. Number 6. The Victorian waterfalls, considered one of the natural wonders of the world, are located in
Victoria.
Canada, Bali, South Africa, or USA? Okay, they are located in South Africa. All right, Victorian waterfalls. So, scoreboard. Serge, Maggie, Luis, Lupita, Ethel. Yeah,
I am so sorry.
Jenny,
okay.
where are you?
I don't
All
know.
right. So let's continue. Question number 7. Stonehenge is one of the most important prehistoric monuments in the world and symbol of That's right. Stonehenge is in Great Britain. Okay. So let's see. Scoreboard. Serge first place, Maggie second, Lupita third, Ethel fourth, and Luis fifth place. Okay. Welcome, Luis. So next one. Question number 8. This country shares borders with Mexico and Guatemala. Okay, the correct answer was Belize. Okay, so here we have the scoreboard. And, well, first place Serge, Maggie second, Lupita third, Ethel fourth, Luis fifth. We only have 2 more questions. Who's going to win? Maggie, Serge,
Yeah, Serge.
Ethel, Luis, anything can happen.
Serge is a genius.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, let's see. Question number 9. Lacrosse and hockey are the national sports in this country. Canada. Lacrosse is French, hockey is English, so Canada, all right? And here we have Serge, Maggie, wow, just 100 points different. Lupita, Ethel, and Luis, all right? So we need a winner, and this is the final question, all right? Get ready, 10 seconds. This country's capital city is Ottawa. Oh my gosh, you were very fast. Yeah, Ottawa is the capital of Canada. All right, so the winner is Serge, 5,540 points, 7 correct answers out of 10. Maggie second place, 5,321 points, 6 correct answers out of 10. And Lupita third place, 3,371 points, 4 correct answers out of 10. Well, one thing that we can do with this application is that we can get some feedback from the students. There on your telephones, you have this information. Please send your response. Did you learn something? How you feel? And would you recommend this application? Come on, people. Everybody, send your answer, please. No more people?
Feeling. No me deja.
I'm missing one person.
Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny, where are you?
Yes, teacher, it's because my telephone is. How do you say me saco?
Okay, well, don't.
Go out.
Okay, disconnected you. Well, yes. Don't worry, Jenny. One thing that we can get out of this is we can download the results, and we are going to get an Excel, worksheet, spreadsheet, sorry, and we are going to see how our students perform during this kind of quiz. As you could see, we can use it for any topic, for any subject. I can use it in mathematics. If I want, I can use it with social sciences. many other ones. For example, here we have the results, and these are the results we can see immediately, no? This is a general idea how the total correct answers was just 54%, incorrect 46, the average points, no? And also here we have the answers from your feedback. So you rated it as 4.67 out of 5, 100% people say that you learned something and that you would recommend it. At the end, 80% felt positive and one person, maybe 20% felt neutral. Then here we have the final scores. We can have a very general picture, the players, the points, the correct answers, incorrect answers. And if we want to get more additional information, here we have a summary of the questions, no? This question, Stonehenge is one of the most blah, 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 and who answered correctly, who answered incorrectly, who didn't answer, no, maybe because Jenny was disconnected, something like that. And we can just look at the information, sorry, for all of the questions that we got, okay? So this application is called Kahoot, and as I told you, I use it, I've been using it for almost 3 years now with my students. I have created my own Kahoots. However, on the page, also there are some Kahoots who have already been created. You can use them. They can be used with different topics. Let me just get you to the site. Yeah, this is the Kahoot site. And well, here we can see many different Kahoots. These ones have already been created, and we can use them with our classes. Anytime that we click on them, the screen is going to open and it is going to upload. No, it's going to be ready, and then we can play it. In order to play it, the students need to go to the Kahoot.it website that you use on your telephone. No, and they have to type in the PIN number and then their names. And well, you can play this application with any topics. No, as you can see here, we have different collections. No, here we have about climate change. Look, math situations, math brain teasers. No, and these ones are already done. No, people have created them, but also we can use them, or we can create our own. No, so common mistakes in spelling and grammar. So there are many topics we can use. All right. So this is Kahoot, and I hope that you enjoyed playing Kahoot.
Okay.
I like Kahoot.
Yeah, very interesting.
I really love it. Thank you very much, Javier. It was
Javier, did you pay something to use Kahoot?
Excuse me?
Did you pay for using Kahoot?
No, Kahoot is completely free. As a matter of fact, what has happened is that Kahoot, I think, started in Italy because of the extension, no, the country extension that you have .it. But nowadays, I don't know if the American people are buying Kahoot, or they have, I don't know what they have done, but now also you have Kahoot.com, and they are trying to make business with Kahoot. So that's why it is important that we get into the .it extension. Otherwise, if we get into the American side, yeah, they are kind of promoting business.
Yeah. Is there a limit of number of players?
No, that I know. You can have, well, I have never had big classes. No, I had played with as much as 30, 35 people. I don't know how many you can fit in.
Oh,
but as far as I know,
is a big number.
yeah, but as I know, there is no limit.
Okay.
And it's a very interesting application that, well, you were talking about the use of ITC in education,
Yes.
and that is kind of my field of work because of my master's. And as I told you, no, one of the things that I do besides teaching English is nowadays I train people to use these kind of technologies, no, the use of TICs in education. That's my field, and
Yes.
well, you can use it with different subjects, not just with English, but with different subjects, and the results are good. And I'm doing some research on the benefits that we get from this. The research is going to be for my diploma course I'm studying right now, and then I'm going to get a bigger research on this topic for a PhD.
Hey, that's wonderful, Javier. That's superb. We really thank you for sharing your material. And well, yes, you know what? I consider that it is really necessary that we get kind of this material to work, these resources, because we know that the world is changing, the kids are changing, and they are not as we were. So they are so kinesthetic, they are um, so active, and they really like to be playing with the screen, with the computer. And so that's the way we can work with them in a very nicer way. So yes, thank you very much. All right, Lupita, what do you think about this?
I really love it because I think it's useful for teaching in a long distance environment, because it's a way to enroll and to motivate our students to have activities that help us have that uh, to be together, and to have our students to have more sense of working in a real place.
Well, excuse me the interruption. It's not just to play on with distant learning, Lupita. As a
Uh-huh.
matter of fact, I use it more in my presential lessons. No, it really motivates the students. Most of the time, well, they answer that they are learning something, they get motivated, and once they play the first one, they want to repeat the same game again because they kind of learn the color of the answer, no? But what they do not expect, because this is one of the advantages of the application, is that the order of the question can be changed, also the order of the answers, and then that's when you really see if they learn something or not. So as I mentioned, I'm doing some research on the results of this and how it really helps students to get motivated and to learn a little bit more. So it's not just to be used with online courses, but also you can use it in the classroom. You use it with your projector. You project what I projected on the screen. No, you use it on
And everybody is in their cell phones.
That's correct, and then and they enjoy it. And I know that sometimes we have the problem of the Wi-Fi signal in the classroom, but some of the students who have the signal, no, who can connect, they team with other people, and this way you also have collaborative work with the students, because one reads the question, the other one the answers, and they tell them, well, you just push this color or that color, and it's teamwork. They get excited, and the results are really good in the classroom as well.
Yes, excuse me, teacher.
It's okay.
Yes, it's an educational, fun, different, and motivation, and this is what else to play in this program is security, is safety, seguro. Se
Yeah. What do
Okay.
you mean about the safety data information?
Yes.
Yeah, because as a matter of fact, well, they can use their real names or they can use just their nicknames. So there's no problem with that. You don't give any additional information because, as you could see, you just provided the PIN number I gave you, and that was it.
Okay.
You know what? Something that I really think that it's so valuable also is that sometimes we are complaining that the students are playing with their cell phones in the class and they are doing everything less to pay attention. And I guess that it is because we haven't taught them the use that they can do for their mobiles, for their devices on educational objectives. So that's a way that we can also teach them that, yes, use your cell phone in the class, but we are going to direct you how, and we are going to show you also that it is useful, not only nice, not only amusing for being in the social nets, but also you can take advantage of those files. All right. Well, yes, it was really interesting. Javier, I thank you again. And yes, I don't know, Jenny, what do you think about this?
Yes, teacher, I think the program is very good. When you teach teenagers, this is a good program. For example, when you teach English, you can use this application.
That's it. Jenny, I have a question. You had some problems with your cell phone. What happened?
Yes, teacher, it's because it's, how do I explain? It's new, and I don't know how to I don't know how to use some
Yeah, because
too many functions.
yeah, you know what? I think that it could be one of the limits. No, that the students don't know how to use it, but it is also a very good opportunity for helping them to learn how to take advantage. Yet, how to take advantage of their mobiles, and even as Javier said, in collaborative work, they can be helped by their friends so that they can play. All right, so anybody else's opinion? Sergio, what do you think?
Well, I love Kahoot, so I promise you that next week I'm going to use it with my students.
Hey, that's gonna be nice, Javier. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All right, you know what? Well, nowadays, we know that it is not only necessary to use TICs because of the REMs and because of all the authorities' decisions, but also because of the characteristics of our students. So in our generation, it was kind of very different because we didn't have these kind of resources. But nowadays, we have to learn and we have to share all of the possibilities, all of the things that we have for working so that our students can be more motivated. And yes, I think that it is so motivating.
Hello?
Yeah, it is very motivating. There is research on the topic, especially from Dubai and China, no, in the east part of the world for us, and they had mentioned that the use of these applications, especially Kahoot, has been beneficial to students, no? And I think that it's not just Kahoot, there are many other applications. For example, I get my students to do conversations. They video record their conversations, but not using the telephone. They use an online application which helps them to record their conversations, but they can be at home, no, and they discuss on the topic. Also, there are discussion forums, discussion forum applications in which students can not only write, but also they can record the answers to the detonating questions, no? And one thing that I'm doing nowadays also is I'm giving my thesis, no, my partial thesis online, so that I don't have to make photocopies. Also, I don't have to grade because the online tests are graded automatically. And well, that is an advantage because at the beginning you invest some time in order to create these tools, no? But after some time, well, you just reuse them and you make them better, no? So that is one of the advantages that using technology has, and especially in education. It is just a matter of learning how, no? And for the authorities to invest money on training our teachers, because also doing this requires time, no? And teachers who are well trained are going to be able to use all of these tools in their teaching.
That's it. Yes, thank you very much. Well, I don't know if somebody wants to say anything else. If you want to give any comment about what Javier said. You know what? Yes.
No, just to thank you, for this presentation. I think was very useful. Say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, that's it. All right. You know, finally, I would like to say that, yes, Javier mentioned something about the investment that the authorities are doing. We know that, yes, we don't have all of the investment that is necessary to do about education, but indeed it is. Indeed, we have some resources that are being used for these ends, for these objectives. But yes, it would be really interesting. It would be really nice that we use them in the classroom. Finally, that's the use. That's the final use. That's the final objective for these programs. Well, Javier, thank you very much again, and have a very good night, everyone, and see you next week.
Bye.
Just a question, Maggie. Are we going to have the class, the conversation class next week? Because as I told you, I was checking the calendar and it said that it is going to be kind of a review week, and then we have the test week. So are we having regular conversation classes?
Yes, we don't have any changes because of the exams. You are not going to be assigned any unit in the platform so that you can have time for checking your contents, for doing your exam. But yes, we are having a regular conversation class.
All right, so I'll meet you next class. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye.
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 Goodbye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night to night.